From the Sony Pictures Studios, this is Jeopardy!
Hi, everyone, and welcome to our game. We've got some really interesting categories for you today.
Lakes and rivers, government and politics, bitter battles, mammals, I wish I'd said that, song lyrics.
Let's get things underway, player one.
Tiptoe to the window, by the window, that is where I'll be. Come tiptoe through these with me.
Player one. That's right. You're off to a great start. All right, pick again.
Isn't it rich? Are we a pair? Me here at last on the ground, you in midair. Send in these.
Player one. Exactly. All right, pick again.
The girl of his dreams called herself Lil, but everyone knew her as Nancy.
Player three. That's it. Player three, you choose.
At about 2/3 of a square mile, Upper Lake is the smallest of this country's lakes of Killarney.
Here is the correct response. Player three, your turn.
The U.S. Mint and the Bureau of the Public Debt are divisions of this cabinet department.
Player two. Right you are. Okay, player two.
In 1982, this Surgeon General called smoking the most important public health issue of our time.
Player two. That's correct. All right, pick again.
You can find the Bill of Rights on display in this D.C. building's exhibition hall.
Player three. Yes. Player three, you choose.
Word that ends Henny Youngman's line, "Take my wife."
Player two. That's it. Player two, what'll it...
This humorist said, politics has got so expensive that it takes lots of money to even get beat with.
Player three. Good guess, but that's wrong. Player two. That's it, exactly. All right, pick again.
Oliver Wendell Holmes said, free speech would not protect a man from falsely shouting this in a theater.
Player two. Yes. All right, pick again.
Hemingway wrote, all modern American literature comes from this one book by Mark Twain.
Player three. That's correct. Player 3.
Species of this mammal include American black, big brown, and polar.
Player 1. That's it. Your choice, Player 1.
This 1966 hit by the Mamas and the Papas begins, "All the leaves are brown and the sky is gray."
Player 1. Yes, indeed. All right, pick again.
I'm in the mood for this, simply because you're near me.
Player 3. To be sure. That puts you in the lead. Player 3, it's your turn.
The Confederate victory at Chancellorsville paved the way for this early July 1863 Pennsylvania battle.
Anybody? Here is the correct response. Player 3, what'll it be?
He's the only U.S. president to have served as director of the CIA.
Player 3. That's it exactly. All right, pick again.
The Office of Spaceflight is a division of this U.S. agency.
Player 2. You are correct. All right, contestant 2.
This Soviet dictator supposedly said, "A single death is a tragedy. A million deaths is a statistic."
Player 3. Correct. Your choice, Player 3.
Explorer Jacques Cartier called it the River of Canada.
Player 3. Correct. All right, pick again.
Cities on this Swiss lake include Montreux and Lausanne.
Player 3. Oh, I'm sorry. Here is the correct response. All right, pick again.
This reservoir, formed by Hoover Dam, is the largest artificial lake in the U.S.
Player 3. To be sure. All right, pick again.
This river in West Central Africa is also called the Zaire River.
Player 3. Exactly. All right, pick again.
Collisions with boats are the largest identifiable cause of death of these Florida sea cows.
Player 1. That's right. Player 1, your turn.
In Sumatra, they call this tree-dwelling ape mawas.
Player 1. Yes, indeed. All right, pick again. Answer, early double. Player 1, please make your wager.
Though these earth pigs eat ants, strictly speaking, they are not anteaters.
Player 1. Correct. All right, pick again.
The fossa, a type of civet, is the dominant carnivore of this African island, the world's fourth largest.
Player 3. To be sure. Contestant 3, it's your turn.
The 1824 Battle of Ayacucho marked the end of this European country's power in South America.
Player 3.
The Battle of Austerlitz, one of his greatest victories, is sometimes called the Battle of the Three Emperors.
Player 2. I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Sometimes you get a tough one. Anyone? It's your turn, Player 3.
The Battle of the Argonne during this war was part of a general offensive against the Hindenburg Line.
Player 2. Correct.
And to finish the board,
The recapture of Antwerp was a goal of this 1944-45 battle, Germany's last great offensive in the West.
Player 2. Exactly. All right, that's the end of the Jeopardy round.
Let's look at the total scores so far.
Okay, let's get on to the double Jeopardy round. And now the categories for the double Jeopardy round.
the Munchies, the Civil War, Rodgers and Hammerstein, bird parts, countries of the world, proverbs.
This time, Player 2 will start us off.
Offered command of the Union troops, he instead became commander of Virginia's military.
Player 2. Right you are. All right, pick again.
This Civil War photographer studied photography with Samuel F.B. Morse.
Player 3. Why, yes. Okay, Player 3.
This popular snack is made with a flint variety of maize that has small, hard kernels.
Player 1. That's right. All right, Player 1.
The cruller, a kind of this fried treat, is made by twisting two strips together.
Player 1. You are correct. All right, pick again.
These brittle treats, shaped into a loose knot, are coated with coarse salt.
Player 1. To be sure. All right, pick again.
This snack, popularized by World War II GIs returning from Italy, may have evolved from Egyptian flatbread.
Player 2? That's correct. Player 2, it's your turn.
Haste makes this.
Player 1? You are correct. Player 1, it's your turn.
Whether soft or hard, the name of this filled tortilla snack is Spanish for plug.
Player 1? Good guess, but that's incorrect, unfortunately. Anybody? Here is the correct response. Okay, contestant 1.
Poor Richard's Almanac says this animal in gloves catches no mice.
Player 2? Why, yes. Player 2, your turn.
This country consists of 13 states plus the federal territories of Labuan and Kuala Lumpur.
Player 2, you choose.
It's the marsupial receptacle, a chipmunk cheek, or the sack under a pelican's bill.
Player 1? Oh, I'm sorry, that's wrong. Anyone? Okay, player.
Their last song together before Hammerstein's death was Edelweiss from this musical.
Player 2? To be sure. You're not far back now. All right, pick again.
Their 1955 show Pipe Dream about the people of Cannery Row was based on this author's Sweet Thursday.
Player 2? That's it, exactly. All right, pick again.
In 1994, this show about a carnival barker won 5 Tonys, including Best Musical Revival.
Player 3.
That's correct.
Okay, player 3.
On February 4, 1861, the Confederacy began setting up its government in this Alabama city.
Player 2. That's it exactly.
Player 2, it's your turn.
Two battles occurred near Manassas, Virginia, along this creek.
Player 2.
That's it.
All right, pick again.
This prison near Americus, Georgia, was a 26-acre log stockade with a stream flowing through it.
Player 2. To be sure. All right, pick again.
For 15 years, 1946 to 1961, this show, set in Indian Territory, was Broadway's longest-running musical.
Player 3. To be sure. What will it be, player 3?
Characters in this musical include May Lee, Linda Lowe, and Sammy Fong.
Player 2. That's it exactly. Okay, player 2.
This food is the staff of life.
Player 2.
Right you are.
All right, pick again.
A rhyming proverb tells us a swarm of bees in this month is worth a load of hay.
Player 1.
That's correct.
All right, player 1.
A fool and his money are soon this.
Player 3. That's right.
It's your turn, player 3.
The answer is a video daily. Player 3, we have your wager, please.
A caruncle is a fleshy outgrowth, like this on the top of a rooster.
Take a look at your monitor. Player 3. No. Here is the correct response. All right, pick again.
You will find this country's major airports in Varna, Burgas, and Sofia.
Player 2. Correct. All right, contestant 2.
The inhabitants of this country are known as Burkinabe.
Player 3. You are correct.
Player 3, you choose.
South Africa is bordered on the west and north by this country that became independent in 1990.
Player 2.
Right you are.
Player 2, you choose. Answer, daily double. Player 2, your wager, please.
Odense and Svenborg are major ports on Fyn, an island of this country.
Player 2.
Correct.
All right, pick again.
Collective term for all the feathers of a bird.
Player 3.
You are correct.
Player 3.
Also called the ventriculus, it's the part of a bird that grinds food using stones or grit.
Anybody?
And to finish the board,
It's the claw of an eagle.
Player 2? That is incorrect. Player 1? Yes, indeed. All right, that brings us to the end of the Double Jeopardy.
Let's take a look at the scores.
Let's see what our category is for Final Jeopardy.
transportation.
Player 3, could we have your wager, please? Player 1, please make your wager. Player 2, your wager, please. Here's the final Jeopardy answer.
Let's see how everyone did.
Thanks, Johnny. Your question, Player 3. That's right. And your wager was? That takes you into second place. Player 1, let's take a look at your question. That's right. And your wager was? Player 2, let's take a look at your question. No, I'm sorry. What's that going to cost you?
Congratulations, Player 1. You're the Jeopardy champion.
Thanks for playing Jeopardy. Hope you had a good time. So long, everyone.